In Episode 7 of Reacher Season 3, Beck's ear appears to be missing, which begs the question of what Xavier Quinn may have done to him following the events of Episode 6. Xavier Quinn was at his lowest point in Reacher Season 3, Episode 6, after discovering that not one, but two of Beck's employees were undercover spies. When he found out that Reacher had escaped the Beck home without being held accountable for eavesdropping on them, his anger only increased. Quinn showed Beck how he may hurt his son after accusing him of being responsible for their recent blunders. Zachary Beck could only watch Quinn carry out his evil schemes, despite his best efforts to stop him and shield his kid. Neagley approaches Beck in Episode 7 of Reacher Season 3 and urges him to assist them catch Quinn red-handed since he thinks he could be ready to flip sides. It is difficult to ignore the fact that Beck's ear is missing during their meeting, which raises the possibility that Quinn severed it. Quinn insulted Richard's injury by cutting off Beck's ear. By focusing on Zachary Beck's son, Quinn first took over his life and company. To demonstrate to Zachary his abilities, he not only kidnapped his son Richard, but also severed one of his ears. Beck gave in and turned over his gun smuggling operation to Quinn after witnessing the lengths he would go to in order to obtain his goals. Quinn needs to be reminded of his powerlessness against Beck after he makes a number of mistakes in the second half of Reacher Season 3. Quinn thus cuts off Beck's ear to further aggravate his son's wounds and demonstrate to him that he is still in charge. Quinn shows his lack of concern for Zachary's and his son's health by giving them both the identical ear injury. Beck was punished for allowing two moles to enter the operation by having his ear cut off. Before Jack Reacher went undercover for the DEA and began looking into the gun-running industry, everything appeared to be going smoothly for the main antagonist of Reacher Season 3. Annette, an ATF agent, also pretended to be a maid in the Beck home while Reacher was at it in order to inform her superiors about the company's activities. When Annette was apprehended and killed, Quinn maintained a semblance of composure. But when Reacher also revealed out to be an informant, he finally lost it. Quinn's ear stunts show how he differs from the villains of Reacher Seasons 1 and 2. The antagonists in Reacher Seasons 1 and 2 engaged in a number of immoral activities in an effort to acquire or hold onto their wealth and power. Nonetheless, their behaviors were typically motivated by rationality. Just because they appeared to enjoy it did not mean that they went on a merciless killing or torturing rampage. But Quinn is not like them. Because Quinn likes to see others suffer, he purposefully tortured Dominique Cole to death, as the flashback scenes in Reacher Season 3 demonstrate. Quinn seems to enjoy torturing Zachary Beck and his children, even chopping off their ears for amusement. The only reason he appears to keep them alive is because he depends on Beck to manage the gun smuggling operation. Because of his utter lack of empathy and his sadistic enjoyment in causing suffering, even characters such as Reacher and Neagley recognize how dangerous Quinn can be. Neagley also recognizes that Quinn is different from everyone they have met before in Reacher Season 3, Episode 7, saying,